Ever pondered the invisible threats your mobile phone might pose to your privacy? Well, strap in, because today we're diving into the not-so-obvious dangers lurking in your pocket. Did you think turning off your phone makes you invisible to the digital world? Think again. Your iPhone essentially becomes an AirTag when switched off. Yes, you're still tracked, and Apple can still get your location. On the other hand, if you're using an Android device with an active internet connection, even if it's just a hotspot, your Android will record your location using Wi-Fi triangulation. This method is incredibly precise, pinning down your location within a 2-meter radius. In essence, turning off your device doesn't necessarily provide the privacy you might expect. The same capability holds true for iPhones, so before you hit that off switch, remember, the digital world might still be watching. Firstly, consider your phone as a location beacon. This device, when connected to the internet or a cellular connection, is constantly triangulated by the phone company or big tech. The threat here is that your location, your movements, and habits can be mapped out, analyzed, and potentially used against you. Another danger comes from proximity threats. Your phone is always transmitting a radio signal. If a receiver can decipher this signal, your phone can be identified as being nearby based on signal strength. This, too, is a location-based threat tied to your phone's identity. You might wonder, why does this matter? Well, this information can be potentially used to invade your privacy. Take, for instance, lawful, peaceful protests. These can be geo-fenced using this technology to validate a phone location at a certain time. Now, let's talk about the SIM card's role in all of this, or even the lack thereof. With no SIM card, your phone's radio transmissions are limited to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. But when it comes to radio reception, your phone is actively listening. And this is why a phone with no SIM card can still receive a government alert. When you make an emergency call, this turns on the transmission side of the cellular radio and allows a non-authenticated connection to any cell tower. By non-authenticated, meaning no check to see if the phone has a paid subscription. Any cell tower should react to an emergency call and establish a connection. But what happens when you insert a SIM card? A SIM card is an IC chip with the carrier identity on it. The SIM card has an identifier called the IMSI, or International Mobile Subscriber Identity. In modern LTE networks, the SIM card also has another value, the CAI, which is a security code derived from the IMSI. Once you insert the SIM card, the internal baseband modem begins to initiate a connection signal. This will transmit the carrier identity and the CAI code. Towers affiliated with a carrier identity will respond to this signal. In a nutshell, your phone is constantly interacting with its surroundings, and that interaction can be used to track you, to map your movements, and potentially invade your privacy. And while these threats might not be immediately visible, they are very real and constantly at work. So remember, while your phone may be a powerful tool, it's also a beacon, broadcasting information about you to the world. Be mindful of this, and take steps to protect your privacy where you can.